This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're a current subscriber, you know the routine. You're greatly appreciated. Come on in, make yourself at home. This week takes me to the couple Dollar Generals in Plant City. Do my little Cash America pawn shop pickup. I have some Halloween horror picks. I have my 3D pick for the week as well as my classic pick. So before I get into what I picked up at Dollar General and at the pawn shop, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I watched, either live in the theaters, streaming, or actual physical media. And to keep with the Halloween theme, we're going to kick it off with a family Halloween picture. This is the 2023 The Haunted Mansion. This was directed by Justin Simien, based on the original Walt Disney movie with Eddie Murphy, The Haunted Mansion, starring Lakeith Stanfield. You might know him from Atlanta. The lovely Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito of the famous Taxi show, the very sexy Rosario Dawson, Dan Levy, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Jared Leto, who I didn't realize he was in it until actually I looked this up. This is a little different than the actual Haunted Mansion. You have Rosario Dawson and her son moving into this huge mansion, and Lakeith Stanfield, who is a photographer who has created a special camera that can actually see the beyond or ghost or whatever you want to call them, though. Very cute family Disney movie. Don't like it as much as the original. Yeah, I do. I actually like it. It could possibly actually be better than the first one with Eddie Murphy, though. So, very cool family horror picture. Won't scare your kids. So, probably 10 or 11. That's probably appropriate age for this kind of Disney horror movie. So, if you like that stuff, you definitely like the 2023. I don't know if you call it a remake or not of The Haunted Mansion. My next pick is a 2018 horror mystery thriller. This is The Nun. This is directed by Corin Hardy, starring Demian Bichir, Thaisa Farmiga, which is actually Vera Farmiga's little sister. I thought that was her daughter. That's her little sister. Jonas Biaquet, Bonnie Aarons, and Ingrid Bissu. And again, I don't want to give too much away. This is in the Conjuring universe. This kind of goes back with a nun and what's actually going on in one of the convents where all the nuns live, and there's a suicide, and the nun, well, one of the nuns, Thaisa Farmiga, and a priest are going to investigate. It's not really scary. Scary as more of a creepy feel to it, though. A few jump out moments, so, but very fun edition of the Conjuring universe. And of course, we had to watch the sequel that just came out, Nun 2. This was released 2023, directed by Michael Chavez, based on the characters by James Wan, starring Thaisa Farmiga, Jonas Bloquet, Storm Reed, Anna Popwell, and Bonnie Aarons. And this almost picks up where the other one left off. It has some similar characters. I don't want to give too much away, but this more focuses on Thaisa Farmiga, the nun's character, and she's sent to, I guess, more or less to investigate an exorcism. You're like, why are they sending a nun instead of a priest? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of whack, though. But because she did so well the first one, they decided to send her on the second mission. Very cool sequel. Again, great addition to the Conjuring family. This is going to be a huge, I guess, movie series between Annabelle, The Conjuring, and The Nun. This can go on forever, though, but Very decent movie. Now, get a little bit on the action tip here. This is a little bit of a throwback. This is a 2014 action crime thriller, The Equalizer, starring my man Denzel Washington, Martin Sokas, Chloe Moretz, David Harbour, and Haley Bennett. It's directed by Antoine Fuqua. If you're not familiar with Antoine Fuqua, he is, to me, somewhat of a John Woo. He has that kind of a directing style with a lot of kind of gunplay and violence, so very fast-paced stuff. But I'll do the whole series. Equalizer 1, basically Denzel is this retired kind of ghost CIA agent who is kind of a good Samaritan. That kind of goes into Equalizer 2, which came out in 2018, starring Denzel Washington, Pedro Pascal, Ashton Sanders, Orson Bean, and Bill Pullman, also directed by Antoine Fuqua. Again, Denzel Washington is trying to live his life, and he sees some injustice going on, and he tries to straighten them out, which kind of brings me into the latest movie, Equalizer 3, again directed by Antoine Fuqua, starring Denzel Washington, Dakota Fanning, Eugenio Mastrandre, and David Denman. And this actually takes place where he's in Italy, and he is, I guess he's doing a job for the CIA. He's kind of cleaning up some business, and something happens where it kind of makes him settle in Italy for a while. As he settles in Italy, he also sees some more injustice going on, and he has to do a Denzel thing. All three fantastic movies. Out of the three, I still like the first one best. Has some great action scenes. Antoine Fuqua is a fantastic action gun director. I think a lot of his cues are from John Woo, as well as his own personal, style. Again, three great movies. If you love Denzel, if you love action kind of vengeful movies, you'll love all three Equalizers. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink of a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of the video. You can enjoy this sunrise, the sunset.
We are back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my Dollar General pickups here. Have She-Ra right here. Have my classic pick of the week, my horror 3 pick of the month, horror 3D pick of the month, and a couple other Halloween hookups. So let me get these scanned in and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. Okay, we're just gonna jump right into this. I'm gonna see if I can work around She-Ra. She seems to have made a place for herself. But let me kick it off with what I picked up at DG, Dollar General. And I've never seen Camelot. I always hear about the Richard Burton version of Camelot, but I'm not sure if it's the Richard Harris version that is the big deal. So I'm not 100% sure, but it's a digibook. And I know I looked it online. I think it's like normally twice as much online, so $7. But let me open this up here. Beautiful little gloss on it. Let me take this back off. Very nice. You have the Blu-ray. You have the beautiful photography. Nice vivid colors. I can't say I'm a huge literal Shakespeare fan, but I love Shakespeare stories. A lot of modern stories are based on Shakespearean themes. Romeo, Juliet, Othello. So a lot of pages here. And this is the soundtrack. Okay. Richard Harris. Interesting. So $7. This is what I picked up at Dollar General. Let's get this glue off before it sticks to everything. It sticks to her, She-Ra. Okay. Let's go with what I picked up at the pawn shop. Going to kick it off with, I think I have the 3D version of this, but this is the Shout version. The legendary George Romero's Day of the Dead. This is Shout Scream Factory. If you know anything about Scream Factory, you know, even online, you're not gonna get them normally less than $20. So very good deal. Day of the Dead. Nice artwork too. Shout Scream Factory always has the flip artwork. I think this is the original cover. And that's probably the updated version. Day of the Dead, kind of a Halloween pickup. Next, we have Marky Mark. He'll always be Marky Mark to me. Can't say I'm a huge fan of Mark Wahlberg, the person. I think some of the stories you heard about him was younger. I think he's pretty much the same person. He just kind of cleaned up his image though, but he's probably the same person he was back in Boston when he was doing whatever crap he was doing. But anywho, I've never seen this. I thought I actually had this Patriots Day. I looked on my CLZ Movies app and it said I didn't, so brand new in the wrapper. I have the Blu-ray, the DVD, and let's see if the code still works. And this is a Lionsgate. I'm picking up a lot of Lionsgate movies lately. And they usually have phenomenal sound to it also. Patriots Day. Next one. Again on the Halloween hookup pickup tip. This is the restored version, or restored edition of An American Werewolf in London. I had the original on Blu-ray, but they said they restored this, so I would love to see the difference. Different cover art than the original. This is a Universal. And the disc almost looks the same, if I can recall correctly. An American Werewolf in London. Next, we have James Stewart and Donna Reed's A Wonderful Life. It's a classic holiday picture. The Blu-ray, and this is a Paramount picture. I was sad to hear that he was kind of an asshole too. Jimmy Stewart. That was a little disappointing though, but again, it is what it is. Wonderful Life. Paramount release. Next, we have Idris Elba, Kate Winslet, The Mountain Between Us. My wife's seen this. I haven't seen this. She watched it streaming. This is a Fox release. Nice little slipcover here. Got it still in the plastic, so brand new, brand spanking new. The Mountain Between Us. I think these two get stranded on a mountain, like on a airplane crash or something like that. Kind of a survival movie. You have the digital, the Blu-ray, the DVD. And a very nice slipcover here. The Mountain Between Us. And lastly, from the pawn shop, I have this on Blu-ray, 4K. Really couldn't pass it up. Such a good deal. Alien Covenant. I don't think they're ever going to end the series. I think they're just going to continue with the Alien movies. It might be Alien 23 at one point. As long as they can keep creating different stories. I think they should have a Prometheus 2, which kind of gives maybe a bridge between Prometheus and the Alien movie. I think that might be interesting. So you have the Blu-ray and the 4K and the digital code, Alien Covenant, the nice slipcover, and this little pickup here from the pawn shop. Am I balling on the budget? Is he balling on the budget? Is he balling? Yes, I'm still balling on the budget. This was $21.50, taxes and everything. So, not bad pickup. Now, for my little Halloween specials here, gonna kick it off with Class of 1984. I believe YouTuber Kal-El, he loves this movie. Very interesting movie. Very interesting. He has Michael Fox in here. Not Michael J. Fox, Michael Fox before he became Michael J. Fox. So, and he looks so young. He looks like an 8th grader. He still looks so young in this movie. This is the art, and that's the, I think this might be the original artwork, Class of 1984. They have such a cringe-worthy scene in here where you have some, I think it's a black gang, and it's like they took out his normal dialogue and they got some white guy pretending to be black, dubbed his voice in, and it just sounds, oh my God, so cringy. I'm like, I can just imagine who thought of that though. But very interesting horror movie, cult classic, Scream Factory, Class of 1984. Special Kino Lorber Halloween pick. This is the trilogy of Night Gallery with your man from the Twilight Zone, Rod Serling. Very cool stories. If you like Twilight Zone, forgot the other one. Beyond, Outer Limits. Any of that kind of suspense thriller type of stuff, you'll love Night Gallery. It's like one of the originals. And you have the little guide here, Burgess Meredith, who has a classic, I think it's Burgess Meredith, who has a classic Twilight Zone episode with him and the library is a voracious reader. That's a classic Twilight Zone. But Night Gallery, Kino Lorber pick. Night Gallery season 3. My 3D pick for the week, my 3D horror pick for the month, Blue Moon 3D, which is actually also called The Howling Reborn. So I think when they release these in other countries, they give it different titles. Let's see what's in here. Isn't that old boy from Harry Potter? That looks pretty interesting. This is a Sun Film. Sun Film, usually Sun Film and Tribeca, they do a lot of the 3D conversion movies. So Blue Moon 3D. And my classic pick for the week, this is from an old television movie. The beautiful, the fantastic, the late, may she rest in peace, Cicely Tyson, Miles Davis's ex-wife, Miss Jane, the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. And this isn't necessarily a horror film, but some of the things that happen in the movie are somewhat horrific, dealing with the racism. And this is based on, I believe, a novel. And it's a Universal pick. So this is week 3 of my Halloween horror pickups. You know the routine. Let me separate the plastic from the artwork and the disc and get you good people on your way. Hold on. I have everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C as in Camelot, L as in Lady and the Tramp, Z as in Zebrahead. Let's knock this out. I have everything scanned in, ready to be put back in its proper place as usual. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made it this far, smash the like, ring that bell. If you haven't subscribed yet, what's wrong? Subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone be safe. Deuces.